OnGreenShow. I'm really excited today. I'm going to be making all the turtles in Tim Burton style. Today, Mikey and Krang. I usually do this kind of thing in October. I didn't have time and I was sad, but then on Halloween I was watching A Nightmare Before Christmas and I thought I should have done that. Oh, I'll do it next year. And I was like, I'm not going to remember, so I should write it down. Then I thought, I'm just going to lose that piece of paper. So I grabbed my sketchbook and I sketched out all the turtles in Tim Burton style while I was watching the movie. And then the next morning, refined the sketches, and then I inked and colored them. And then I wanted to do more, so I went to Google and I typed in Nightmare Before, and then it came up in the bar, and I read it as I clicked on it, Nightmare Before Christmas. Then it clicked in my head, this is a Christmas movie, so here we are now. The first half of this video was beginning of December, then I got sick, and then it was the holidays, some other stuff, then I got sick, then some other stuff. The second time I got sick, it was I slipped and fell in some ooze while I was petting a duck in the sewer. Weird thing about that, I'm usually very careful where I step. Oh, and that's obviously why my eyes are red. Am I the only person who thought that he was called Oogity Boogity? I had to cut him up to 3D print him, and then I put him back together, and I had flattened his chest because I was going to put Krang there, but I was going to do Krang in the style like Leather Krang, where he's just symbiote and connected. Then when I was melting together the seams, I thought, what if he's inside and then he's pulling strings and controlling him like a marionette? And I'm going to sculpt on top of this Krang to give him bigger eyes and a bigger face and arms pulling threads from inside this guy. First, I want to stretch him out a little more, and because I had 3D printed this with PLA, I can do this. I already melted it a bunch. Every time you melt it and it dries, it gets harder. And I think that's pretty good. That's close enough. So I already gave him a little bit of a brown black wash, but I'm going to give him some more. And when I was looking at pictures of Oogie Boogie, most of them he's green. And I thought, well, he's only green when he's under those neon lights. Why are half the toys and half the pictures of him green? And so I Googled it. He's a burlap sack and he glows green under black light. And then I thought, why would he glow under black light? And then I didn't want to think about that, so I instead thought of how can I make him glow green under black light, and it's not gross. First, I'm going to show you how I made the arms and legs. 3D sculpted and 3D printed his head, and I got started painting because I needed to know if I need to sculpt more details or if it was good enough, but I'm going to paint it more. I also 3D sculpted and 3D printed the shell. I was going to make his feet just like feet and toes, but then I was looking at shoes for Leo and I saw these, so I painted them orange with some acrylic paint markers. What I used to make the legs and the arms, bamboo barbecue skewer. So we're gonna do this, but first his other leg. So I went in like a 1/4 inch, and these are twist ties. They're the round ones and they're plastic around a wire. And then I have beads. At this point, for some reason, the overhead camera stopped recording, which is bad. And I glue the twist tie into one side, and then I put on the bead, but I'm not gonna glue the bead. I'm gonna leave a little space so it can bend. So now I just want to get the glue on the tip because I don't want to get any glue on the ball. I put more glue than I wanted. That's okay. That's good enough. Gonna use hockey stick tape after to make sure everything stays held together. So his hand is just a thicker white twist tie. And I made a loop and then twisted it together. And then I cut the fingers and just looped it around, put super glue, and then used tape to make sure everything stays together and to cover the rest of the hand. Anyway, these are just acrylic paint markers, so it's really easy. You don't have to have a cup with water. But the rest of the painting, I'm gonna have to do dry brushing and stuff, so I need a brush to do dry brushing. It's not dry markering. So I put the lighter green, but then took the dark green and just did a bunch of lines. And then I grabbed some paper towel and just take a little bit of it off and squish it a little bit around. And it still looks like lines, but a little more natural once tape is on most of it. So now I'm gonna speed up the cameras while we paint and sculpt. Alright, so glow in the dark paint is how I'm gonna make it glow under black light, and I'm gonna make it not show by just doing a light dry brush because I just want a little bit, but I don't want it to turn green because he's not green under regular light. So by just having a little, he's not gonna glow in the dark. I don't think. I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but he glows under black light. Now I have a wild wasabi. I dry brushed over Mikey's face, and then I'm still dry brushing over his limbs to kind of cover up those lines that I made. Now I have an acrylic varnish that I'm covering everything with. It's a matte acrylic varnish. It's going to help seal up the tape, and it's going to seal everything up. So any layers I do after are going to be separate, and nothing's going to get scratched or ruined. And some stuff, the paint wouldn't have stuck as well without coat of varnish because it works as a primer. So this is brown black wash, the same that I used earlier, well, off camera, that I told you I did, but I added some more brown to it and some more water, and I want to get in all the cracks and let that dry, wipe off the top edges. Now this is a nickel azo gold, which I don't know if you can get this anymore. I heard it's discontinued, but I already finished that, but it's a light fast, so kind of see through. It makes stuff look kind of leathery. Anyway, doing a little more glow green. I made them too dark with the wash, but then I'm gonna add too much glow green, so then I added more raw sienna, and then I don't remember. It's going pretty fast. I haven't done this for a while. I have a light avocado now that I'm doing over his shell, dry brushing. Yeah, and his face as well, and his limbs as well. Yeah, so I used hockey stick tape to go around the limbs. I think I already talked about this. I didn't watch the beginning before I did this. I haven't watched it for a few days since I finished editing it. So I used daffodil yellow for my final dry brush, and that's just a light muted yellow that's going to pick up on all the edges. And then I do one last coat of the wash. And I never noticed this, or I don't think I ever commented this, but I use the wash to make it dirty. And there's a joke in there somewhere I haven't thought of. So now I'm back to the Krang of the Krang. Yeah, I used epoxy sculpt first with 2 balls for his eyes, and then I just went a line at a time to build up the edges. Cut a piece of a toothpick, well, 2 pieces of a toothpick to go in his hands to help them so they don't break off. And then I'd had some extra print material, PLA. When you start it up, a little bit comes out, and then I keep some of it, so I use some of it for he's pulling on strings. Then I went with the glow green just around the outside of his eyes because I want him to kind of glow green, and I got the inside of his mouth with red, but now I'm getting the inside of Mikey's mouth with the black fine liner to just get in the little kind of spots that I couldn't get in or didn't get in before. Anyway, this is an acrylic marker, acrylic paint, no, not acrylic, alcohol paint marker, and I used it to dye the white fabric green for his mask. And then I went with the purple in Krang's eyes, and then around him with the bright pink. That's an acrylic paint marker, the pink was. So he's almost done. Then I'm gonna glue the mask down to Mikey's face or head, around his head. Yeah, last bit of glue inside the final knot. For the eyes, I just started a little dot on each, and then I kept them small, but because I got them even enough, so I didn't want to push it. Now I have some more hockey stick tape that I just folded an edge over so that it's kind of loose on one side, and then wrapped it around. And then I wrap a little bit around each finger to make finger joints, but not joints, but the joints in your fingers as if they were wrapped up. They're pretty skinny when they're just the wire. So then I glue them all together, all the pieces, and he's almost done. I do one more coat of matte acrylic varnish to seal everything up, and then I'd give a wash, dirty wash. I think that's when I was going to say the wash is dirty thing. Or no, that's a reference to what I already said, but I put it already. So Mikey's falling down. That's kind of how they glow. They're alive, but I ended up taking Mikey's legs off and just put a thicker piece of doweling and put no knee. I could have put a knee, but I wanted to make him a little shorter and I wanted him to stay standing up straight, and I didn't want to spend a lot more time. So I did that. I think I'm going to use the arms for, the legs for arms for Leo. So I'm going to have the rest of them all in one video. I'm going to do a big move around in my apartment to make everything work better so I can make videos every week. I got another video I already filmed at the end of November. That'll be probably next, and until next time, remember, always keep your head up. Peace.